Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Elise, and we'll be facing off against the 2.5 star adventure from the newly re-released Teamfight Adventures campaign. I'm kind of tired of doing the with friends like this, so we're going to change it up. We're going to do the at least once every single one of the Teamfight Adventures adventures, but we're going to be doing them at 10 Defiance. I'm going to be giving every single opponent +4 starting mana and +4 hand size, and all of their units are going to have +3/+3. Hopefully this will be enough to make even the earlier encounters more interesting. It should also help that I'm playing through this with a 3-star champion, even though even at 3 stars Elise is rather good. We just have to roll a decent enough champion as our supporting champion, and then all of our relics are focused on either attacking, buffing Elise while attacking, making her more durable while attacking, and then we just buff every single one of the spiderlings we get after this. Don't even really remember what the powers we have access to in this adventure are. It's like augments from TFT, kind of. If you have no units, you get a mana gem, Titanic Titan, mutant, all always have the same random keyword. The keyword changes each game. We obviously don't want Clear Mind, and Titanic Titan is good, but it's boring, so let's just take the leftmost choice. We can get lucky and hit some very good keywords. Alright, because it's one of the earlier adventures, the opponent actually has a chance to attack first. That might be an actual problem, because he just starts with so many cards in hand and so much mana. Of their units have sharp sight. Once the foe has drawn 5+ cards, they get +2/+2, right? So they always start off the game with a +2/+2 buff on all of his units. I'm going to take the 17. There's no way I can afford to lose my list this early. At least my unit, I was about to say, at least my units have elusive, but it doesn't even really matter, because while they do have elusive, the opponent's units have sharp sight, so they can just straight up block my units. I'll just soften them up like this. We'll play Elise's champion spell on the back of it. Next turn I go up to 4. I can use the Arachnid Sentry and the Spell Slinger to stall, I suppose.
Smooth as silk.
Proc the Evolve. We can't actually do both of them. I guess I'll just do the more expensive one. And then we just use Mark of the Isles to buff up one of the units, maybe to trade favorably into the opponent's units. Like so. The opponent's going to have only this unit next turn. And I'm going to go up to 5 mana because I am saving spell mana here. Oh! I was about to save this spell mana and then play the Brood Awakening, but if we get the Elise's champion spell, then we don't need to do Brood Awakening. We can just do this. And game over for the opponent. Ooh. I was about to say unless, but no, the opponent didn't have enough. Okay, we ended up taking a bunch of damage, but hopefully our regeneration can get us through that early aggression we have to subject ourselves to. because the opponent can start with the attack token. Oh, these are terrible. Do I want Oblivious Islander? I guess so, just because it's cheap. And then for support champion, Oliver Ambassa Swain. Free Ambassa is pretty good. I guess we're taking the free Ambassa. Smooth Soloist, Adaptatron, Champion Item Chest, Healer. What's more valuable? Another power or another item on our champions? Another keyword on the list would be nice. Another power would be good too, though. I think we need the extra power. At least against this encounter, the opponent's units should all stay the same size, so I only have to deal with the opponent having a bunch of starting mana. No Elise at the start. At least we can do this.
Safety mode.
Unfortunately, we can't pick the Oblivious Islander itself for the discount. I would love to generate the full board of Islanders, but this will have to do. We can do Rictus here. I'll develop the Spiderling on the back of this and attack with this Spiderling. And the Rictus, they kind of trade favorably with the opponent's units. It helps grow the Spiderlings a little bit, except the factory settings will just reduce these Spiderlings to attack yet again, so maybe it's irrelevant to attack unless it's in order to kill the opponent. We'll do the Ambassa next turn. Let's just do Rictus and then preserve our spell mana.
But there's so much cool stuff in the sum.
So Ambassa can actually use Crumble to kill stuff. Unfortunately, Ambassa is not large enough to kill one of the opponent's units. But at least we can make it so the Spiderlings get barrier, which is pretty cool. I also do Brood Awakening to give everything +1/+1. But I don't get any units out of it if I do it. If I do that, I don't think it's worth it just for a +1/+1 across the board. I'd really like to proc Ambassa's effect, but I guess I can't.
2 lefts, then a right.
One kills those two. It's fine, we'll just get more Spiderlings. Then we pass the turn. Can actually do this, just chip away at that unit itself, I suppose. I kind of feel bad just passing the turn with that much unspent mana. There's Elise. About time you showed up. Nothing's set to 2, so you can kill anything with the Ambassa. A bit unfortunate. Let's do this. This sets the Poro to 1. That way we can kill it with the Ambassa in case we need to.
There's nothing to fear.
This should give our Spiderlings enough stats to close out the game.
My true
Once we attack with Elise, that is,
beneath the skin.
sharing all of our keywords. Pull here. Actually, no, pull here. Yeah, this is enough. It wouldn't decided not even block Elise. I guess he couldn't, because Elise has fearsome, and then yeah, the spiderlings got fearsome as well, right? He couldn't block. Okay, so this was probably the correct choice because this encounter was significantly easier. Ooh, resplendent plate armor. The spiderlings in our deck become rather hard to play, but the ones we get off of Elise and off of the other effects become a lot better. I think I have to pick it up, even though Brainworm on the Vile Feast is pretty tempting as well. All of these are kind of terrible. I was hoping for an epic power or a legendary one. Your Nexus stuff, Sweet Solitude. I'll reroll once more. Ooh, now that's something good. I definitely need the extra mana if I want to contend with the fact that the opponent's starting off with +5 mana and +5 cards. We've been getting really unlucky. The opponent just keeps getting the attack token right at the start. Now here's one of these spiderlings that's unplayable. What do I even do here? Guess I do Arachnoid Sentry there. And we hope that the opponent doesn't play too many other units. That's a lot of units. I think I need some form of healing. Some form of healing would be nice.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
I'm going to save spell mana for the Brood Awakening next turn.
You won't suffer long.
The opponent might... I was about to say might die here, but no, he has enough blockers. I don't really like that he can just ship damage over the top. We're getting dangerously close to death. Well, at least the Brood Awakening gives us a massive board of high-statted units.
Sounds
And it might remove one of the opponent's stuff. Okay, it immediately hits two of the units you wouldn't kill. Should be okay though. Let's do this. Lose out on 2 units, but we get one back from our power, which should be enough to go for lethal next turn. Especially if the opponent's units
more comfortable.
don't get any other boosts. And just do this, pull here. The opponent blocks 2. But the other 2 have more than enough. So he's always dead here unless he removes this spiderling specifically. We're taking way too much damage at the start. We need to find a way to mitigate that. We have the shops coming up. Black Spear, Bloody Business, Appless Aristocrat. Let's do Appless Aristocrat. Anything that generates a spiderling without playing it, is good. Thieves' Gloves, Shadow Isle Stealth Stones, or Rictus with blue buff. Rictus is a very good card. Especially to refill if it refills our spell mana. Do I want to cut a card or do I want an extra power? I would probably cut the Public Execution or maybe the Arachnoid Host. Anything that doesn't synergize with our more aggressively focused game plan. But I need stuff that can help us in the beginning of the game. And the best way to get stuff is at the shop. Evolve doesn't really work for us. I don't feel comfortable taking raiding party, but I already come here, so
Tell you when I
I might as well. This is the deal breaker. Ooh, we start with the attack token. Attack token, that's huge. Skip the Rictus because it's a good 2-drop. We get the Elise, which is huge. Can do Elise, hapless aristocrat. Unless the opponent decides to stun the Elise, which he might. Ooh, does everything have lifesteal? Ooh, incredible, everything has lifesteal. Now we can restore our health infinitely.
humility before power.
Perfect, that's exactly what we needed. Now I'm not now I'm no longer under a threat from the opponent just having a good turn and killing us. Really, no attacks? I guess he thought he would die if he attacked, or he would lose his unit. Can attack like so. Just till 53. The opponent needs stuns to survive here. Of course he has stuns. It's just one, really. Don't you want to use like the second Steel Tempest? There is no way the opponent doesn't have enough stuns to survive at least an extra turn. He has 8 mana and a full hand. Guess he really just wanted to give me the win. Shadow Totem, Great Club, Frost Spikes, definitely Shadow Totem. With 2 Elises generating Spiderlings at the start, there is no way we lose now. Pandora's board. No, we rely too much on the Spiderlings. BRB cannot play cards on round 1 after each... no. We need to reroll this. Allies have +1/+1 for each item on them. We shall in hand that costs equal to the endless turn your mana gems. If your back row is full, get the mana gem. Let's just take the cybernetic implants, even though Cluttered Mind is kind of fun for the ramp. We don't really care about it. We already have a rather low curve anyway. So we would never get full benefits from the extra mana. Why did I keep the Spiderling? What am I doing? I'm distracted. Let's do Spider, or let's do this, do Atlas Aristocrat. Everything has lifesteal again. We're getting lucky. Let's see if the opponent survives this attack. He blocks 2 Spiderlings. But the Elises themselves are enough to close out the game. I guess the opponent's having a rather low life total helps with us being able to just straight up kill them. Shadow Stillstones. Rekindler for 1. You know what? Sure. Rekindler for 1. Sounds like fun. Allows us to have a little bit of extra protection. I want Black Spear or Vile Feast. But Vile Feast costs 1 more. But it summons a massive Spiderling on use, so it's probably worth it. Especially if it predicts... Ooh, do I want a Yielding Determination? I guess a Yielding Determination gives us some extra survivability in case the opponent gets lucky at the start of the game and develops a big enough board where it just goes for a 1-turn kill. Like this guy can do, for example. I'll keep the 1 plus everything else. Okay, 1 and a 2. I can work with that. We'll use the Elise on our defensive turn. And he just spends his 6 mana there. I'm fine with that. Wait, really? No attacks? You don't even want to proc the Plus Aristocrat for me? I think that's a mistake, because I just dropped on the Elise and now that thing's done because of the Rictus. And you're forced to take the damage from the 2 Spiderlings alongside the 2 Elises. Confront. Flurry of Fists.
You lack subtlety.
Okay. The opponent's just dead. I feel like the opponents aren't prepared to play through having a bunch of extra mana at the start of the game. Maybe that's what's happening. But I'm pretty sure the AI is the same for every single encounter. So I don't know. Parasite Alteration. Guess it's more consistency. And here we just got the weakest card in the deck. No way I'm playing a 5-drop.
I'm on the case.
Now let's see what the opponent does. Ooh, we even get the attack token at the start, so there's no way the opponent survives past turn 1, right? He has 6 mana to work with,
There's
but
nothing.
thanks to our power, he can only block fearsome allies with 5+ attack units,
Glitter out from the dark.
and just refuses to play a unit at the start. Seriously? That's it? Even with extra mana and the extra stats, the opponents just
Was it?
kill over and die. Well, that was kind of underwhelming. Let's see if the next adventure is a bit more challenging, because that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.